Everybody say amen, amen, amen.
Just for
let the church say amen. Let the church say amen.
Can you hear yourself? Can you hear me? Can you hear yourself?
I hear you. Amen.
Wax.
What you talking about now?
Welcome back to another episode of Whatever She Says with me, your host, Carla Wilmaris.
You, I'm the other guy.
Do I sound funny?
Sometimes.
I think it's my headphones. I want to get a new pair of headphones.
Well, it's your boy Wax, man. What's good with y'all? How y'all been?
Hey, so we're coming back off of what seems to be have been an explosive episode last week. Yeah, we got a lot of feedback on the clip. I knew it would be controversial. I'm not gonna lie. But I also knew that it would be relatable. So although we were in the heat.
What's controversial?
Controversial that people will go back and forth, like have different opinions on it.
Oh, yes.
Like there's going to be somebody who totally agrees with me, somebody who totally agrees with you, people that are going to be in the middle. It's just like all kinds of different opinions on.
Agreeing with you. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Huh?
I ain't see too many agreeing with you. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, because I mean, during the conversation last week, first of all, we were in the heat of it all. Like, and I expressed this. There were very, very high emotions because we were going through it. Literally going through it like hours beforehand. And we, like I said before, we don't do that usually. But also, I agreed. You know, I wasn't saying that I was wrong. All I was saying is I was still trying to process what was going on. So shout out to everybody that reached out to us saying, you know, I'm going through this as well. I get it. I know.
Surprisingly, wow. It's like.
Is it surprising to you?
I mean, that other people was actually going through the exact same thing. Like it was really surprising seeing how many people that I was.
Can you put out like you know how to use the microphone?
Yeah, it's so many people that I actually know personally that I didn't even think listened to the show was just calling me and telling me things that they got going on, and I'm over here like, yeah. It's like hell yeah, I've been going through that, man. I needed that episode because now I see where you coming from. Now she can see it from outside, and a lot of times it don't be the message, it be actually the messenger. And a lot of time when you look at a lot of things on the outside, you actually see it better.
No, absolutely. That's why therapy is so important for us, right? Because him and I, most of the times, we're saying to each other the exact same thing. We're literally trying to do the same exact thing, but the way that he says it and the way that I say it, and when we're talking, we're hitting a wall. And the therapist is standing there looking at us and literally tells us, you guys are trying to get to the same thing. You guys are telling each other the exact same thing. But sometimes, like you said, the messenger, because emotions are heightened, or you just feel, you know, a little defensive for whatever reason. And we can be defensive against our partners. That is the thing. That's who we spend all of our times with. And sometimes we feel attacked by them, although they're not trying to attack us. Yes. So
you got to definitely differentiate, whatever it is. You're gonna have to know the difference between somebody trying to play you out, or they just don't know how to come across. And I don't never try to play you out ever, because if anything, you're attached to me. So anything that you got going on, it directly affects me at the end of the day, regardless if you feel like how much I'm in it or not. Everything that you does affect me directly.
Absolutely.
And now it don't. Now you be like, my stomach hurt, I got to take a shit. That won't directly affect me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, when you go in the bathroom, it does.
That's why I don't go in there. That's why I got multiple bathrooms.
You know, I definitely will say that we both have things that we're dealing, right? Well, communication, delivery, you know, our triggers, all of these things are important. And what I have noticed between us is that things get heightened and we start having a little bit more issues, especially with communication, which is one of the biggest things in relationship, and it's when we're not going to therapy consistently. So I was able to go last week after our episode, and somehow, have you gotten to speak to her yet?
She said, fuck me. She got tired of me cursing and being some bullshit because I feel like she's taking so long.
She's probably has to clear out an entire work day for you.
How you doing?
No, bullshit. Listen, y'all.
It's an hour.
Our therapist has to clear out an entire portion of her day to speak to Wax because he literally will spend the first hour with analogies.
Because it makes sense. I'm doing it for everybody. So hopefully I help her out in some of her situations that she going through analogies. Because a lot of times when...
Oh, now you're giving the therapy... you got to. Hell, because listen... He's therapying the therapist.
Because listen, when people do this, when they put their head to the left... They're like, I don't really agree with you. But a lot of times she was like, well...
She went to the right?
She went to the right, like, okay, I hear I need to fix on that myself. Or maybe I should do that. Or, you know, so... I mean, that's for everybody. Other people who listen, like you said, they're relatable. I'm sure other things that we have going on, not just...
I mean, that's why the podcast works, right? Because we're speaking on our relationship. There's other relationship podcasts out there, but we're coming from our point of view, and we're different. We're talking about two people that have been leading their entire lives, right? Two people that are very headstrong, two people that also love and are very passionate. Like, we are extremely passionate when we believe in something. So it might come off as harsh or, you know, rude or like we're arguing, and we do. And there's a lot of things on that part that we have to work on, but we are extremely passionate when we believe in something. And sometimes we just need a little help tweaking that where therapy comes into play. But let's get into the episode. But before we do, I want to talk to you guys about Apple Podcasts. You know, this is a passion project of ours. In order to keep bringing you weekly content, I want you guys to make sure to go to Apple Podcasts, leave a review and a rating. You know, one, we love to read them.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope. Let us know what you think and we'll read it and we'll shout you out here on the show. It just helps us create more content for this passion project and then just make it worth our while and your while.
Is that mine?
Sure. I mean, you eat my ass if you drink my water. It's not that big of a deal.
Relationship problems.
And then also, while we still have it right here, and I remember your gummies. Y'all, we were snowed in this weekend. My first time being snowed in, I only know hurricanes and trees being down, right? And we were snowed in. So I have been on gummies and wine and
my weed.
And his weed. And I just found out today, literally before we started recording, that he's low on his stash. And I had no idea.
Yeah, now this week she want to smoke more than ever. I'm like, what the fuck wrong with this girl, man? She's like, let's smoke. I'm like... Nigga, messing my personal. What the fuck do you mean?
I had no idea that he was short something. You were snowed in. I gained 5 pounds this past week, by the way.
Yeah.
I bought that scale because I knew something was up. So it was like period week. So, you know, I just needed to eat. Then I had the munchies because I kept smoking. So I gained 5 pounds. Mm-hmm. So this morning, I got my ass on that bike and I did a full 30 minutes. That's a song. You got to wait 30 whole minutes. I don't care. Wait right there in that crib and I'll be right there because we can't do this.
I don't know.
No. So our first segment is Pet Peeve of the Week. This week, it's where everything went left last week. No, but this week, it was something I saw on social media and it was irking me. So I'm like, let me bring it up. And it's watching young girls being sexually exploited by their parents thinking it's cute.
It's not cool.
So did I talk to you about this? Or who did I speak to about this? So basically, I'm watching this specific person. It was actually a few of them. And they have their daughters, you know, between the ages of 6 and 9, right? You know, dancing, twerking, ass out, hella makeup, half naked on the gram, right? And I'm thinking, this shit is cute now. But when they turn 12, 13, 14, and they think it's normal.
They like that attention.
That's the attention they're looking for. And now what?
Who gives them that attention? Not the married men, not the good guys, the pervert guys who want to actually bring them in bed and do some nasty things. So fathers, if you see this happening, be like, yo, y'all chill out because the only thing you're doing is making my daughter be a Happy Meal. You know, Burger King have it your way. If you go to the menu, what entices you? The menu, the pictures that you actually see up there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The videos that they do of somebody eating a juicy burger. What do you think those videos is? These girls out here twerking. What do you think these videos is? Even these older ones. What are y'all doing?
It's like, what are you teaching your daughter about attention and what's cute? The problem is that we have these children, right? When I was Ayana growing up, like there was no... I remember I would do my twerk, which y'all know I can't dance to save my life. So I do my little struggle twerk or whatever, and she'll see me. And I remember her trying to imitate because they do whatever we do. And the moment she don't put her hands out on them knees, I was like, yeah, the fuck right. Yeah. No, we're not doing that. It's not cute. No. It's not for you to do. Like, so I know
what else is not cute for?
I'm a great twerker. Shut up. That's how you fell in love.
Thank you.
You didn't fall in love with my twerking?
No.
That's how Psalm is here.
Being nasty, exactly.
So that's exactly what I make sure I let my daughter know. You know, it's like this leads to that. One, I'm 30 some odd years old. I'm not saying here. The point is, it's cute while they're that age. Then they get older, and you're trying to be like, stop it, you're doing some whole shit, or what? And it's like, you were glorifying it before. How are they supposed to know the difference now? They're children. At the end of the day, we're teaching them what's okay.
Yeah, so stop doing it.
Right, me?
Yeah, don't think you doing. You don't think you doing it too? When you out here twerking and stuff like that, you like, come get it. I'm putting my butt out.
Yes, I twerk for you.
Yeah, well, next time you twerk on the gram, I want all y'all here.
Wait a minute, have y'all ever
right there?
When you see me twerk on the gram?
You ain't got nothing twerking on the gram?
What the fuck have I twerked on the gram for?
Find something. Are you twerking on the gram?
Find me twerking on the gram.
How many abs do I get?
Abs?
I need 5-minute plank. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna do you dirty because you're going to run away from that. I want a 2-minute plank twice.
But straight, I can't do it too straight.
Well, then you better act like you ain't got nothing up on that motherfucker twerking.
Twerking?
All right, we'll see.
Okay, you go through my Instagram. Y'all go through my Instagram. I don't think I'm twerking anywhere. But if I am, I'm showing a great, great white girl twerk.
But that's what I'm saying. You got to watch it because at the end of the day, you're telling these guys who's watching your thing, my butt is available. Anything that you see, you're like, oh, I got my course. I'm promoting my course. Why? Because you want people to get it.
Wait, what?
I'm just saying, when you promoting your course, right? You want people to get it. When you should put pictures up there and you want people to get it. You put your butt out there, you want people to get it. You see what I'm saying?
I hear you. It's I think some people are like, yo, I'm just expressing myself. And dance is a way of expressing yourself. Don't get me wrong. But there's just a way to do it with grace. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
there's
for your
just
partner.
And again, if that is something that you are open to, then you also have to be open and willing to accept what is coming your way and for someone to judge you. Again, I get judged even doing what I do right now. Oh, you're just selling too much on social media, or you're posting too much about your business. Or, you know, there are those kind of people that really just don't like how much I promote my own content, right? Yes. And then you can unfollow. The same way you could be out here twerking, dancing, half naked, own it and know what those consequences might be, right? Yes. So as long as you understand that, then you should be all right, right?
The pros and cons, you know what I'm saying?
There's pros and cons to everything.
Every single thing, you know what I'm saying? So if you go in it knowing the cons, like, oh, perverts, people might try to stalk me. It's a dangerous place. People out here getting snatched up. These girls are being killed. The wrong guys might get the wrong attention. Now these guys might disrespect you. Like, there's no way a guy, if he ever come at you wrong, somewhere along the lines as a female, you disrespect
Okay,
yourself.
hold on. Right, let's not go that far. Because we talk to... Okay, I will talk to you right now. Let's not say... And I would love for you to take that back, saying there's no way...
Across the lines.
No, hold on. We know there are women that have just been out there jogging and they get raped. There are women that are at work.
Not a rape thing. No. Don't get.
No. Okay, so then also go walking down the street straight with jeans or.
Let me bring that back. I'm talking about, once you seeing all that out there. So if they would even go after that who's not doing nothing. Picture what they are over here trying to do to you.
No, absolutely.
You know
absolutely. So, but at the same time, and I'm not one of those that it's like, what's it called? The slut walk or whatever. I'm not one of those like, wear whatever you want and be naked. I am more conservative. I'm on the conservative side. So I will say there is no reason for a man to sit here and violate you regardless of what you're wearing. Regardless of what you're wearing. But there is an exception. Hey, you are there. We know there are pervs out here. We know people just can't control us. And that's not our fault. That is not our fault as women.
It's not, but at the same time, you gotta know what you have out there. There's wolves out there.
But it's just more to me being more conservative about respect for yourself and respecting your body. But again, if you are okay, what?
That's what I just now said.
Yeah, I know.
Somewhere along the line, a man only going to respect how far you respect yourself. So if he sees certain things,
but this is not a blanketed statement.
No, it's not. It's not for the woman out there who is being respectful and stuff like that. Even the woman that is not respecting herself, the guy still got to know your place. You got to slow down and take it easy, son.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you're enticing that. Right now, I ain't supposed to get robbed if I put a chain on. These guys who's getting robbed at these restaurants and stuff like that for their Rolexes and stuff like that, they're not supposed to get robbed.
Right.
But right now, if you go out there with a Rolex and just want to floss and all this other type of stuff, there's consequences in every single thing that you do.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? Even going out too much, always being seen, always being at the one spot all the time. Just watch yourself out there because it's a different day and age.
Listen, I worked in the club and it wasn't like it was today, right? The scammers were out, they were thriving. It was amazing. Ooh, those days were good.
Money was good.
Ooh, money was so good. Them gift cards, amazing. But anyway, the point of that is, even then, I would watch what are they called? The stick up boys or whatever. They will come through and they're just watching who's at the table, watching who's got the money. And after them motherfuckers left the club, they were waiting for them in their car. They were waiting for them to follow them. Mm-hmm. They were waiting. So just know that when you're out here flossing and doing the most, that's what you're expecting. Everybody
got a job. Just like you go wake up every morning and got your job. These scammers got their job. These robbers got their job. These killers got their job. Everybody's on their job. You know what I'm saying? The devil is all around trying to fuck you up. So I'm saying, so you stay prayed up and stay out the way, and don't be out here and you're teasing people. Even when you got jewelry on, you're teasing people, even though you're supposed to do that because it's yours. You put your money, and you're supposed to do whatever you got to do. But I think that you need to slow down. Stop promoting yourself. Stop promoting your jewelry. Stop promoting everything that you have, because right now it's a little different than when James Brown was out here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we just watched a James Brown movie yesterday. It was really good.
It's my guy.
I was trying to dance with my feet with wax, but he didn't want to dance with me.
That's time for all. James Brown was a different guy. I might pop my knee out or something. Man.
Whatever. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Perfect time, man. You got it.
We're going from the therapist couch. That is where we talk about something we went through with our therapist. Obviously, the therapist talked to me and she's been avoiding wax.
Yes.
Like the plague for the last week. I hope she doesn't listen to the podcast. That'd be hilarious. But before we do, this episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. So BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. You can start communicating in under 24 hours. It is not a crisis line and it's not self-help. It is professional counseling done securely online. We do our counseling online and over the phone. Yeah. So we are a product of BetterHelp because we don't go anywhere. Yes. Like wax hates the world. It's not outside.
It's just, in your own comfortability.
It is. We're comfortable. We literally do it right here on this blue couch. Like we sit there and talk to her. So it is more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and financial aid is available. I try to tell you guys all the time, please, if you need financial assistance with it, make sure you let BetterHelp know that you need that. So you can get 10% off your first month using betterhelp.com/WSS. So betterhelp.com/WSS. Get that 10% off the first month and let them know you need financial aid. Let them know we sent you, and the times that we are right now, the new year starting, we have so much going on. And if wax can do therapy, you can do therapy.
I'm trying to tell you, I can do it. Anybody can do it.
Anybody.
I really hate it. I didn't think that telling somebody my business and reliving what already happened was something. You know what I'm saying? But now I see it's like, grab it and throw it in the garbage because it's release. I didn't know it was actually a release. Waiting to exhale. I get to exhale.
You get to exhale. No, and I feel when you see her, you come back to me different. Like it's like you got a oxygen and you can like breathe and you're like, okay. And I see the difference. And again,
instead of cursing you out, I curse her out. And she takes it like a pro.
You don't curse
That's what she get paid.
You don't curse her.
She get paid I didn't curse her out. I just curse.
Yeah,
I just get it out.
You get it out. Yeah. And she processes what you're saying, why you're cursing, and why you're going that way.
She's like a filter. When you put the thing on a faucet and now you got clear water out. She just like filters all the bullshit. That she grabs the bullshit, like, all right, don't forget about the bullshit. She remind you, all right, don't forget that happened before. So I need you to do it a different way now. So as soon as you see it coming, we know it's going to come. So now you see it coming. I need you to do it different. So that means I grabbed all the doo-doo and let all the good stuff that go in your body and do. That's why we do. Like all the food that we eat, the nutrition for our body, and then we do out the rest. And that's what you do. We grab the doo-doo, we throw it out.
Gotcha.
Now I'm lighter.
I took a big poop today. It was great.
Yeah, good job.
Why you gotta talk about poop? I want to tell you how I poop.
All right.
I really love telling you when I go. Do you like when I tell you?
No.
No?
You're not a lady.
I I am a lady.
You're a lady.
I want you to know when my bowels are going.
All y'all women out there be ladies, man. Nobody want to see period pads and doodle.
Oh, whatever.
For women. That's a man shit. We even smell. I don't even
okay, we're not going down the direction. Let's reel it back. Shit. So the filter, the therapist. There was just really quick that I wanted to bring from the therapist couch since I did get my session with her. She told me something that I didn't think about at all. So I've been in this state of like fear, right? Where being behind the mic has been different for me. So I've been doing whatever she says, which is very different. But going back to my Pivot with Purpose podcast has been really hard. And I've been kind of stuck, somber in a lot of things. Business, relationship, parenting, everything. I just felt like I was in this state of, how do I call it? Like comatose, when you just don't move.
Not paying attention to the world.
Shut up. So it was just, I was just stuck, right? And I'm like, why am I here? Why can't I move forward? And I just felt numb. That's the word I'm looking for, numb. So if you're feeling that way, she's like, but why? And I'm like, I don't know. So she's asking me questions and I'm like, I don't know. And I felt like wax. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? I don't know nothing today. Like I'm paying this bitch to I don't know this whole time. Nah. Not the bitch, but I just say bitch.
That's how I curse out. That's what I mean.
Okay. So I'm talking to her and she said to me, you know what this looks like? This looks like you need a new strategy in life. Your values could have changed. And I said, how do values change? I thought values stay the same your whole life.
Your goals, right?
So, well, no, literal values. She goes, different things are important to you now. What was important to me last year, 2 years ago, is no longer in my priority list, So she's like, where does business stand? Where does family stand? What does that look like to you? What's the most important thing in family right now? So I just looked at her and I said, bitch, that sounds like a lot of work. And to tell you the truth, I haven't started because she was going to send me some information that I'm waiting on. And I have to now sit with myself, which is really hard to do, but it's a must in order to go to the next level. Sit with myself and think about how my values have changed. So have you thought, I guess when you talk to her, maybe, I don't know what you guys will talk about because we're going to different things, of course, but did you ever think about re-strategizing your life?
My whole life, I do that weekly. I do that, I guarantee. Like we always sit there and say, you always got something else going on. Why you think? You know what I'm saying? I got something else going on because I repurpose a whole lot of things in my life at all times. Like this could be my thing right here. You see me go hard for that. Next thing you know, you be like, next week you be like, what the fuck you just now got? You got something else? You see that you got going on? And I'm over here like, yes. And I repurpose myself all the time because it's always about going to the next level for me. A lot of people be going fast nowhere. They be going 100 miles per hour. They be like, oh, they maintaining, they doing good. And that's the only level they got. They only making 100,000. They only making 300,000. Whatever the case, that's all they want. I want to make the 100, 500, 700, 2 million, 50 million, 100 million. I want to continue to keep on going.
I think with business and jobs and opportunities or whatever, that's something that you're always looking into. But this has nothing to do with money, what her and I were talking about. Nothing to do.
Even with my life. Like when I sit there and repurpose that, everything else has to change. Whenever you do something else has to change. Period.
Yeah. And we listened to it with TD Jakes yesterday.
Yeah, because you're doing something different. People always continue to keep doing the same thing. Why are you always in the same situation? Because the same thing is happening. You have to literally change something so something else can change. The only things that stay the same is the people that stay the same. You only see you always talking about, oh, this person changed and they did this and they do this different. Them the people who are growing.
Right.
And a lot of time you grow by releasing things. People think, oh, I grow because I added something. No, when you release something, you grow. It's literally the opposite. People are like, oh, I added this and I put this on and I do this. Oh, this is me. No, you're actually smaller now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you start releasing things and letting things go, that's when you actually grow. It's more like an air balloon. You're taking less weight off and now you get to go higher.
Yeah, you know I took so much from the sermon yesterday with TD Jakes because
he's the man.
It's one of those things that we are called to be leaders. And again, when I started with the show and I said, this is a non-traditional relationship because we both are leaders, right? So it's taken him to understand you're leading a leader. And it's taken me to know, let you be led by someone and you're leading in a different position. So we're leading each other, but in different ways, right? And, submission is a big thing for us, right? He has to submit to me for certain things. Shut up.
True.
He has to submit to me to certain things. I have to submit to him to certain things. So we're still working on our relationship in the way that we have to still learn each other. And it's a struggle sometimes knowing that it's always changing, right? It's forever changing. We're being thrown curveballs left and right. The devil is busy. And sometimes because we're in it and we're in the thick of it, we don't really know that it's happening. We just see it as an attack from each other when we're like, no. Let's take a second.
I know. No, exactly. Yeah, I tell you all the time. I try to explain to you. You want it to be two Michael Jordans. There's not two Michael Jordans.
Whoa. That's not where we're going at all. I don't want to be Michael Jordan.
All right, then. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So you saying that it's more to playing your part, let's say. You know what I'm saying? You play your part to the T, and that's just what it is. Is it got a car and you got gas.
Right. And then there was something else I took out from TD Jakes. It was, you cannot tell people what to do and you cannot lead people. Does that mean no? What was it?
You need to lead, and because leaders lead.
Oh, you manage procedures.
Yes.
Then that way you can lead the people. So basically, you're leading by example. So, and that's something I've always known. So when I operate my business, there's so many people out there at this time. Podcasts have become so popular, but although it's still new, and you see everybody trying to teach everybody how to launch a podcast. And then I love, this is my market, right? So I always look it up. And then I go to their podcasts and they have 20 views. They have no ratings. Their audio is trash. And I'm like, how are you leading somebody to start something?
She's a lame.
When your shit is trash.
She's a lame.
People love to play wife. People love to play business owner. People love to play entrepreneur. People love to fake it. Everything, but sometimes fake it so you make it doesn't work, because we can sit there and verify. I remember being on Clubhouse one time and there's a guy talking about Patreon. Patreon's a thing. I had a very successful Patreon. I wish I'm 30. And to the point where I sold a retreat on Patreon, right? Before I even went out to the public. This guy was like, yeah, I've been doing Patreon, this, and that. He didn't know that you can see someone's numbers publicly on Patreon. He had 4 patrons. 4 patrons. I said, how the fuck are you teaching people how to do a successful Patreon when you can't even do it yourself?
Can I say something?
What?
A crackhead told me not to smoke crack, but he was smoking crack.
Well, that was on you, though. That was on you being able to perceive, hey, I don't want to be like him.
No, but because I know a lot of times I could teach people how to do something that I can't even do.
Like what?
Music.
You can do it, though.
I can't do it.
You cannot teach someone to read music.
I can't teach them how to read music, but I can't even teach them how to play like me.
So you can't teach them. So what are you talking about? Would you advertise teaching people how to play the bass?
I would tell them to come watch me.
Word. So that's what I'm saying. There are people out here saying, I will get you to have the best X, Y, and Z, and they can't do it themselves. You're not going to sit here and be like, hey, I'm going to teach you how to play this song.
No, and I'm saying, because what you're saying is also right. So yeah, frauds is being frauds. So I hear exactly what you're saying, but there's a lot of coaches out there who cannot do what we're doing, but teaching the shit out of me how to do it. That coach cannot move. That coach cannot do.
Well, but he's not teaching you the actual skill. He's not teaching you like the. How do I explain it? It's not that he has to. He's teaching you a skill, right? He's teaching you something that he's educated on. Mm-hmm. Here are these moves. You need to be able to do this, and he can watch you and tell you how to do it differently. So he knows the game, right? Mm-hmm. A coach might know the game inside and out.
Don't know how to do it themselves is exactly what I'm trying to say. So these people might even know how to get you there, but don't even know how to get there themselves.
But you need to have the skill.
Yeah, but even with selling drugs or selling, I'm just putting it all on the plain thing, is that even with the coach, I do it better. You know that Jordan coach couldn't do none of the stuff that he can do at all. But he can teach him how to do it in the correct way, how to do it, but he cannot do it for himself. You know what I'm saying? Some people, it's a lot of times that, hard work would beat out talent or even knowing all day. So there's a lot of things that I probably don't even know that I do better with music that people that read and putting all this other time and type of stuff in. Yeah. There's just certain things that he's missing that hard work. He's missing that have time to actually do this, but the only time he got to do is be able to teach it. I got to get it off because I got so much going on.
So where I pick up from that is that these coaches, like Phil Jackson.
Yes.
Like Phil Jackson played, didn't he?
Yeah, but he
wasn't Jordan still. So Phil
you.
Jackson had the track record of coaching. So coaching is a skill in itself.
Bless.
Not everybody can coach. So I don't think they're coaching how to become a great player in that talent. They're being coaches. So not every coach could be a coach. What I'm saying is, if I'm teaching someone how to have good audio, I expect your audio to be good. If I'm telling someone I'm the best basketball coach, that team better be winning.
Yeah.
Don't come at me with a losing ass team and say you're this great coach, because you're not a great coach, right? Or if you're teaching somebody as a coach, then show me that your clients are doing great. You can't do that either.
Can you be a great leader but not have great success?
It depends what success is, right? Because I think in the era that we're in now, as TD was talking about, it was influence versus affluence.
Yes.
So we're now looking for affluence, which is basically what we can show: likes, YouTube views, pretty pictures, posting that I'm the top whatever, and we're like, that's what we're looking for. But you have nothing in the back end to show for that. So influence is really influencing people to change certain things. So what was your question again? Can you, without success, what does success look like for you?
Everybody thriving. Everybody can take care of their family. Everybody is on point. Everybody is healthy.
Well, it depends what you're leading in. If you're a pastor, is your congregation feeling better and working better? And
everything is a relationship.
So that's like a relationship coach. There's
everything in
relationship coaches. Are your clients the ones you're coaching doing better? You might not be doing great in your relationship, but as the people you're coaching or helping, are they thriving? Is that relationship working? That they go from divorce court to now they're like so happy?
But that's where I'm trying to get at with you again. It's like this one guy right here could sit there and put out the word. A pastor just had sex with the secretary.
Ouch.
You know what I'm saying? But you never know is what I'm trying to say. But he able to give that word out to be able to help all these people out here. You know what I'm saying? And he can't do it himself.
But we're human.
I
think those are different. We're human. We can't expect pastors to be so fucking perfect.
I ain't, you know what I'm talking about? God might bless me to be a pastor. People be like, I believe so. You know what I'm saying? I think that the calling is on me. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind to go. You ain't gotta get my attention. Lord, just tell me which way to go.
I don't know if I'm ready to be a first lady.
Hey, that's on you. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Hey, if he called me, I'm out.
Can you imagine me having...
What do you mean? You basically a first lady now. There's a reason why God is doing this now. We have a great segment on here that a lot of people also hit me up and tell me that they get a lot out of it. It's past the word. You know what I'm saying? And it's like...
Well, I was born in church the same way you were, right? So we have this foundation of our religion, of our faith, of our spirituality. So, and I've always been the type of person to lead and to give my testimony and to talk through my experiences, right? I never knew that this is what I was doing back then, but that's exactly what I was doing my whole life. So yeah, I think past the word is great. I just don't know. I would have to change how I express myself.
God do all that. Because like I said, to grow, release.
Yikes.
Release something that you felt like this is me. Release something that you just be like, that's my last thing, but I'm gonna hold on to it. 2023 is my year to do it. No, give it up right now, this second.
I'd rather
cigarettes or anything. Like just give it up, and I guarantee you, when you deny self, your blessing is into humbleness and sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? So when you humble yourself and you sacrifice something, like give something up like weed every Sunday, that you know that, you know, I'm going to be honored by that. You know what I'm saying? God has been blessing me throughout my life. And God has really, really been blessing me because I know how to be humble. I know how to get out the way and let God be my light. And I did my light.
I think Mandy's going to be a first lady before I am.
How long have I been telling Mandy that?
For years.
Billy?
4 years.
Billy, you're going to be a pastor's wife. And I don't know if me keep saying this is putting it on her. But she need the pastor. You need to be a pastor wife. I need you to talk to all these young girls in the congregation. Mandy's
testimony is going to be the best ever. Best to ever do it.
Using her.
There's going to be a new Bible book called Amanda.
It needs to be.
There's going to be Psalms. There's going to be Jeremiah. There's going to be all that. And there's going to be Amanda.
She did. But she can write something with her testimony, because that's what
Absolutely.
the Bible is all testimony. And she's going to be able to help a lot of these young girls in the church.
Listen, Mandy sometimes be saying some stuff, and I'm like, wow, look at you, closer to being that first lady.
Ooh, Billy.
All right, so let's go on to our topics of the day. Actually, perfect fucking segue, because this month, we're not past the word yet, and God knows my heart. This month for Elite Podcast Society, which is our membership, Mandy is our expert guest host, and we're going to be talking about batch recording. Okay. So this woman right now on one of her podcasts is recorded and done all the way through March. Wow. And we're in January. So through January, she's already done all the way through March.
That's what batch mean?
Yes, batch recording. So you kind of like record all up front, and so how to do it. So
how much beverages you have?
What do you mean?
I don't have a lot of beverage.
Right now?
I'm just saying, I'd be talking that long.
That girl could talk all day. Yeah. But no, seriously, it's not even about talking. It's about being organized, how to put it together, how to get your outlines right. So that's what we're going to be talking about this month with Mandy. So make sure that you check the description of this episode, elitepodcastsociety.com. Sign up now. It is a membership. We will have a challenge at the end of her masterclass, and then we meet again for live coaching. So this month, that's what we're doing. And then the past months has been studio audio quality, podcast foundation, and there was something else I can't remember. But you'll get access to all of that. So that's what we're doing with that. And then before we move forward, also your live show. I just bought tickets to his live show. I actually felt really good buying tickets to your live show. I did.
I'm feel like Frankie Lyman, yo.
Do you?
Yeah, because Frankie Lyman had the things up there. He walked past and seen his name on it. It's like, oh,
I'm really excited to see you on stage.
Yeah,
I am.
I don't even know how to even do it.
I mean, you just go sit there, I guess.
I mean, I always
don't twerk.
Yeah, right. I always played the music in church. We always had to do something. I was even usher at church. You know what I'm saying? I always, even the choir, I either played the drums or I was a tenor or something like that. And I guess I'm ready for it. But I remember I had well, this is coming out tomorrow. So once you tell that story, can you please also let us know how to get to your live show? Yes. So I'm going to be there. Yes. And I remember one of the things that I used to say in church is, every single year I recite the exact same thing: is open up your heart, let God come in, he will save you from your sins. And that stuck with me all these years. I'm talking about from St. Albans churches, my brothers and sisters, anybody listening to them, used to go Farmers Avenue in St. Albans, New York. My father's the pastor of the church out there, and through all the years, we always had the Christmas plays and stuff like that. And we was the Christmas play. It's 12 of us. So the father, the pastor, we all had to play a part in a Christmas play. And I was actually one of the plays, Dr. Martin Luther King just left. And I was Dr. King. Shut up. I was Dr. King. You had a dream. I had a dream. You had a dream. What about me? So the crazy part about it, I was never the best reader in the world. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't the worst reader in the world, but I was the best reader in the world. So what they did for me, I guess I had broad shoulders or whatever. I was the best one for the job. They had a little recording, and I was just that was my first time that I had to lip sync, kind of lip talk. I lip talked. I was up there lip talking. So you're gonna lip talk at the live show? If they allow it. Whatever. You're going to do great. You're great with people. And you've done live shows before with Brilliant. Yeah, God blessings. You know what I'm saying? Who knows anything? Well, I'm excited to see you up there. Yes. It's at Caveat in New York City this Friday. I mean, this Saturday, February 5th. It's sure still got tickets up there, man. And you know what's funny about it? That February 5th was our son's due date. Wow. So it would have been his first birthday, so you would not have had a live show. And it would have fallen on Saturday, so you definitely wouldn't have had a live show on the 5th. But that is Psalm's actual, what's supposed to be his first birthday. So that's pretty cool. Well, I love fives. And he's moving early, and he's moving early, and he's moving fast. He's moving fast. So go to eventbrite.com, search Bully and the Beast, and you can get some tickets to get there. I'll be there with my friends. We're going to crash it. Make sure y'all ladies stay on point. Don't play with me, okay? I'm out the way. Okay, perfect. All right, so a few things. We did this yesterday. We were actually having a disagreement, and I actually really liked doing it. So I know he was mad at me and sober, so he was over it. But it was National Compliment Day the other day. This is really why I did it with you, because I had seen it on social media. But I'm like, this is great, huh? It's not crazy. It's corny. It's not corny. So it's National Compliment Day, and I have a really hard time accepting compliments. Especially the way I give them.
Oh, when he gives me compliments, and it might be part of the reason, I'm not gonna lie to you, why I say certain things negatively towards you.
Why?
And it's not because I'll say certain things, but it's total opposite. Shut it. It's total opposite. I just don't like being told like nice things. People are like, oh, you look so beautiful today. And I'm like, yeah, I'm so fat, and walk away.
I hate it. I can't stand it. Like, what the fuck?
You look really pretty today. Ew, my hair's a mess. Gotta go by.
It was corny like that.
I can't. I don't know why I can't accept compliments.
That's what I'm saying. You have to pick out like anything.
What do you mean?
Why? It's so corny. If I compliment something, you have to directly go to the negative about you. Or if I say,
it's so hard.
You do that throughout your character, and that's what I'll be trying to tell you. If I say something, it's automatic, bow, negative, or something like that. So I'll be like,
but sometimes he takes it personal, right? A lot of times, and I understand how you can absolutely take it personal.
Help me.
But it's really hard for me also to give compliments. And one of the things that I want him to understand is I am probably his number one fan. Love watching him at home. Like when he's working out, I'm a total creep. I'll just go in there and just lay on the couch, and he's probably like, why is this bitch in here? I just want to watch you.
I'll beat it.
No, I like watching him. I like listening to him. I love watching him. He ignores me half the time. He's on the phone. I hear him talking, and the way he talks, the way he does, I love all that about him. It also annoys me, but I love him. But it's really hard for me to accept compliments. So it's also hard for me to give those compliments. So a lot of the times, maybe I'm going to work on it, but maybe sometimes notice that because it's so hard for me to give you a compliment, when I say some fucked up shit, it probably means the opposite. I just don't know how to say.
Thank you. I'm happy y'all here to listen to this.
Yes.
This is what Wax goes through.
And again, it's not the best thing. I definitely have to work on it, but I don't know what it is about me or where it became that I really don't like compliments. Or it's not that I don't like them, because don't get me wrong. When we're having sex, I'm like, please tell me I'm beautiful. I'm going to come in immediately. It's just going to happen right away. But what?
Who's on drugs?
But like if nothing is happening, I'm looking like, please don't tell me I'm pretty. Please don't do that, because it just feels off. I don't know if it was maybe I didn't get him enough growing up. Maybe I was just more used to the negative stuff, and my mom would call me a cow.
She got CTE.
Shut up. You're so annoying. But then in the opposite, he loves compliments. And that's
I do.
Words of affirmation get him going. So it's like, you're doing great. Thank you. I love when you do this. That right there feeds his ego, feeds him. And I know that because when I do it, he's like, I can see the difference. And then when I do things my way, negatively, he's just like, and I'm like, oh, sorry. I didn't mean it like that, but that's just how I feel.
Yeah, he did.
No, I don't.
Listen, so she would be in trouble. I told her never talk to the cops then, because things just come out that you don't mean.
I can't be a criminal. Is there a gun in here?
Yes. And it's not. I'm getting shot. You guys don't. But that's something else that we got to deal with.
Yes, but you guys don't understand. When there's a cop behind me in the road, I promise you, I freak out like I have a dead body and 10 kilos in the fucking trunk. And I promise you, every time I get stopped, I start crying. I start crying. And they think that I have like literally a dead body, and I'm just so nervous.
If you're with me,
I'm going to, well, hold on. I did pretty well when you got arrested. Well, I did freak out, but you were already out the car. Thank God you got out the car as soon as you did, because I would have started freaking out. And we were dirty at the time.
Dirty as a mother.
So, anywho, we were talking about compliments. So, it's National Compliment Day, so we're going to have to give each other one compliment. Go, you start.
I said it yesterday.
We'll do it again. We're on the mic now.
You're pretty.
No, don't. I already know I'm cute. Damn, I see myself in the mirror.
All right, then what you want to know?
I want a compliment.
You ain't say nothing crazy today.
Baby,
what do you want me to say?
Something you love about me. By the way, per therapy, it's very hard for him to actually give compliments when he needs to. So go ahead.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. It's like right now, you tell me to play the piano, you probably going.
All right, like give me a compliment.
But if you just let me go ahead and rock, I'll give you the best.
Get to rocking. Give me a compliment.
All right, let me find my key. And I'm talking about
he's playing his fake air piano.
All right.
Like
the way you cook for me.
I love cooking for you.
Yeah, that's huge. Like, and people don't understand. It has something on the. I'm sure I sent it to you. Probably didn't look at it. But it's a thing. It's a video of a guy. Like, he was like, we need to talk. He was sitting down in front of a plate of food. He like, we need to talk. He like, I ain't got time to try to be in a relationship. I ain't got time for all this relationship stuff and all this other type of stuff. And he took a bite of his chicken. And he was like, you made this chicken?
Oh, yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah. And then he started eating. He was like,
let's get married, basically.
Yeah, like, you know what? All that stuff that I was saying, I didn't really mean it. You know what? I'm going to get comfortable right now. If you can do this all year round. But that's the way.
A way to a man's heart is through
his stomach, and I hate that. You know, like just like the Bible, people take certain things out of the Bible, and then other things they don't want to because that's them. You know what I'm saying? Exact same thing in relationships. You know what I'm saying? They always try to change over the will. There's a reason why back in the day they had grandparents and they had grandkids and all that type of stuff. And a lot of y'all not doing nothing no more because y'all don't want to sit there and roll with the wheel. A lot of times it's like y'all got blocks. All y'all tires is blocks right now because y'all just so tough around the edges. You need to just let it roll. Let it roll. I promise you'll get a lot more further away by letting it roll. Like,
I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
In relationships, people sit there and make curves inside there. That's why the relationship not rolling and not going straight. Because they stuck because they got block wheels.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to all move forward. You want to move forward? Stop doing all these, you know what I'm saying? Stop throwing picks in the road.
Well,
keep them tires inflated.
Going back to our compliments, it's my turn.
No.
I love the way you that one's private. I told you this yesterday, and I'll say it again today because I love how passionate you are.
About what?
Everything.
Yeah.
When you love something or someone, you are 1,000% in there. And sometimes it might come off a little rough. A lot of rough. But I know when you have passion, when you have love, when it's something that you want. And I also know when you're over things. But even when you're over things, if you still have passion and love for it, I can see it and it's visible. So I just love how passionate you are about things.
You mean stuff like that? That's what you want me to compliment?
That's a compliment. I love how passionate you are.
Oh, I'm saying the food is great. I'm starving now. The food upstairs.
Oh, you'll be fine.
You sure?
Right. Yeah, it's fine. It turned off. I'm sure. I'll text her. Okay, so next,
I'm cooking wings.
Since we actually pulled up something on social media, I showed him a video. Since he was talking about that video, there was a video of a young man that his mama was cracking up, dying, laughing. She couldn't stop laughing. She was like crying, just letting the boy. Remember I told you? The boy, probably a teenager, went in his mama's room and found her vibrator. Oh. Third day in a row, her vibrator was charging.
On the laptop.
On the laptop. So here's the thing. I want to pose the question to you. If you're a parent, or maybe you have younger siblings or whatever, has anyone ever walked in on your toys because you didn't put it away?
Or your parents seen it.
Oh, anybody. Has anyone who was not supposed to see it seen your toy? I have 2 experiences with this, unfortunately. When you're a parent.
It's not fortunate.
I said unfortunately.
That's what I'm saying. It's not fortunate. It's not good.
Not at all. So
Jesus
Ayana must have been about 5 or 6. And I had this toy. And Ayana's always been such a girly girl, right? She's like, loves dancing and doing all this stuff. So I remember walking
Yana, don't listen to this.
Yana, don't listen to this. If you listen to this, I'll fuck you up. So
that's how I get talked to.
I walked into the playroom at the time, which ended up being the studio, and she was throwing a concert. And I was like, wow, she's dancing. But when I look and I really pay attention to what because I can see her from the back, like dancing on the mirror. When I walk in the room to like really record her and see what she's doing, again, she must have been 5 or 6. She had a microphone. And this microphone, I'll never forget, it was blue. She was using my vibrator as a microphone. Mortifying. I was mortified. I was like, give me that back. When I tell you, we immediately went to Walmart to go buy a set of karaoke.
Everything.
I think I spent like $150 on the set. I didn't care what I spent. I was like, take all my money. She needs a fucking karaoke set.
Right now.
This is an adult microphone. You can't use this microphone. This was for Beyonce.
Period.
You don't use this one. This isn't a microphone for you. I'm gonna buy you
right here is Oprah's mic.
Actually, I'm gonna get you one even better. Let's go to Walmart. And
got lights on it.
Thank God. I don't think she remembered that. And then now older, it's a different story.
Lord have mercy.
But,
where did she even say that she remembered that? Oh my, she's like, oh my God. Amazing.
I would die. No. So I'm gonna let Wax take this one away because recently it happened to us again. Here we go trying with children again. He has his 8-year-old. I have my 16-year-old, and now we're dealing with a 1-year-old. Right? Was he already 1 by this time? I think it was the day before his birthday.
Yeah, I think so.
The day before his first freaking birthday. Wax wants to be nasty.
Nope.
And the boy is in the room, and I'm like, yo, he's awake and he's walking. He's walking. Take it away, baby. What happened? You let the people know what happened.
Just know that God is good.
So you're not gonna tell what happened because it's your fault.
It's not my fault. You know, when you have parents, somebody's supposed to be the watcher.
Mm-hmm.
And
watchdog. Yeah,
it was my time to be the watch person, and Carla, for some reason, made me not watch.
Well, I mean, when it's good like that, I get it, being distracted, but you still don't watch?
You're talking to me about something, and you asked me a question.
I didn't ask you shit. I wasn't talking. You was telling me to be quiet, so I was trying to be quiet.
Who's on there?
So the baby in the room, because he don't want to tell the story, because it's his fault. He is ashamed, and he should be ashamed. This man was sitting there being nasty, and I said, please keep watching the boy. The boy running around the room. So I'm on top of the bed, so he can't really see because he's too short and it's a really high bed. So I'm like, please, you need to be on watch. I'm watching him. I got this. I'm watching him. All right. Well, he decided to be real, real nasty. And the next thing I know, Wax's eyes open so wide. And he's like, it was like a slow-mo. No. And I had to pop up off the bed, look to the other side. Psalm has a pink microphone, and he's using it like a lollipop.
No, son. Please. Son, I give you $1. Just please don't do this.
Thank God children can't remember this shit at this age. I'm so mad at this point. First of all, this shit was tucked in my luggage. How can you let him get to it? How are you not watching for that long?
How did he even get in there?
Use the mic, huh?
How did he even get in there?
You're supposed to know it step by step because you were the watchman. Why weren't you watching for that long? He had to go into the little zip pocket thing. And speaking about this
That's what I'm saying. How the fuck did he learn how to open up a zipper?
Our fucking toy, the same toy died last night. So this morning I was like, let me charge it. I have no control. Like, I need to do better because I just realized that I went today into my room to go pee and the babysitter's here and she also cleans up and the vibrator's still there. And
no, you're
clearly
crazy like
oh
that.
my God,
send
sorry.
it to my mom.
Oh, don't send it to your mama. What's wrong with you? Who does that? Anyway, so he's a terrible watchdog. I want to hear y'all stories about y'all's toys being seen by your children, moms, siblings, somebody, because I know everybody has had somebody walk in. There's been times where I just like leave it and then I know the babysitter's coming and I forget that it's in the fucking bed.
I know they think we nasty motherfucker.
So nasty. There's all kinds of things in this house that should not be in this house. If you put the things that you see in a story, you're gonna think we are wild.
Yeah, I don't think people just sit anywhere in this house.
Shut up. Pay attention. Get back to life.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. It feels like your mind is going somewhere. Where's it going? Where?
I don't ever want to relive that again. I never want to talk about that again.
I never want to talk about that again.
Then why you say it?
Because
that was not cool.
It was your fault.
Do you understand how that kid felt? That was on that video you showed me. Like, yo, come on, mom. Like, moms. Really, when you got kids and sons, the daughter might even understand. You know what I'm saying? Or might one day steal it from you. But your son just got that visual in his head. That last porno he looked at with the lady with the vibrator, he looking at you as doing that right there. Why you think he going, no, I don't want to see.
That kid must have been like 15, 16. He was distraught.
He distraught. It fucks his brain. So can y'all please? It's not funny. It really hurts our feelings. It fucks our whole day up. Or a week.
You don't want to think about your parents doing anything nasty, like
no
gross.
way. Y'all just argue and talk and want to eat dinner because I'm here.
Yeah.
You watch football and you talk to your friends about how you don't like your relationship.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Parents don't have sex. Parents do not have sex. Ew. Moving right along. I still want to hear y'all stories though, because I know y'all have plenty. But another thing that I saw online was, remember Laura Govan?
What's that?
She was, I believe, on Basketball Wives. She is Gilbert Arenas' baby mama. Okay. They had 4 children together. I think he had some more kids, but they have 4 children together. Mm-hmm. And she said that they were together for 16 years and claims that after 4 kids, she was never in love with him, but she was in lust. 16 years they were together. And she says...
In lust, that means you like me more. And love is like, you feel like, I don't know. It's hard to be in love with somebody for that long, but to be in lust is like, I like you. Like, I'm attracted to you. I'm like, I like this about you. I like that about you. Lust is not a bad thing.
Lust is a terrible thing. Isn't lust a sin?
Yeah, to be lustful.
Pastor?
But to be in lust, to be lustful, yes. To be in lust, that means you got caught up and you just have a feeling of...
16 years?
He ain't miss a beat. My guy. He didn't miss a beat. So the first day that she lusts you, that's what I'm saying. That first day you find that girl that lusts you, you know what I'm saying? That's a little different than love.
I didn't lust you.
That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But the first day that girl actually lusts you and she stay lust.
Nah.
She stay lust.
16 years, my nigga.
She stayed lust up. And that's dope to be lust.
Seriously?
Listen. If you could have
4 children.
Listen, man, she was right there. He ain't miss a beat. She still looked at him the same day. The first day she seen him, she still see that guy.
Listen,
that's lust.
I cannot imagine how sad that must be. There is no way anyone can be in lust for 16 years.
I know somebody.
Who?
Her.
I don't think it's true. I think she was definitely in love at some point in time and it just didn't work out. I don't know. Actually, I'm not going to tell her she's lying. She could have been in lust, and which means that you were driven for 16 years by something that just wasn't fulfilling. Can you imagine that being fulfilled for 16 years?
That's what all it was. It was just a bunch of soda for 16 years and no water.
Same person, 4 children. Hot. You know what? Some of y'all, honestly, be out here trying to have children with the same person just so your kids can look alike, have the same last name. But let me tell you something. This shit ain't worth it. I could not even imagine trying to have children by the same person when you are unhappy and you're not in love and you want to build a family with somebody. Like, what the fuck?
She was in lust. She was still liking him.
Let me look up the definition of lust. I want to know. No, there's no. She said there's no love. She's never been in love. Clearly,
and love is different than loving this man. I'm sure she love him. And if you lust me, I'd rather that than actually being in love with me. Because everybody who ever told me they in love with me try to kill me.
Wow. So lust, it's what I thought, but I didn't want to say it because I don't want to sound stupid. But it's literally all sexual. It's a very strong sexual desire. It's just a sexual thing. So he was just putting it down.
Lust.
I guess 4 kids.
Lust.
Yeah, there's so much more to a relationship than sex.
Come give it.
So what happens during those days?
When he taking care of her, so what else she need? Come take care of me. Come take care of me.
Right, but you have kids. You have to wait 6 weeks. What do you do during the times that you can't have sex?
It don't matter. So he's still taking care of him. Lust is the way he take care of me too.
Lust is sexual. It's strictly sexual.
And guess what? She lusted. She loved the way he took care of her.
So could you be with somebody just off of sex?
If that's, everything happens in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Everything. You have a sexual relationship.
Would you stay with someone just because they have good pussy?
No, you can't get me. I got fucked up when I was young, so pussy ain't gonna do it for me. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think pussy does it for anybody like that. Not for 16 years.
This motherfucker pussy whip. Crazy as hell. You think that pussy?
Them niggas is in love. They just don't want to say it.
But you know the way these motherfucking girls treating them, they had to fuck somebody else and they still go back to the motherfucker. Fuck you.
Jesus, I can't. I couldn't do it.
That pussy must be hang.
The first thing I thought when I saw that was like, I'm sorry. And any of you guys, I know sometimes you might be the first thing you might be sexually attractive to someone, and that's important in a relationship to be sexually. I am still very sexually attractive to you.
Yeah.
What? Again, point. I go watch you when you work out. I'm like, ooh, take your shirt off. The other day I was like, hey, can you work out naked? And he just looked at me stupid and ignored me. But I'm still very attracted to you.
Yeah.
I think I'll be attracted to you until you're like 80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Jesus' name. Talk to him.
I know. I talk to him all the time. I want to forever be attracted to you in that way. But anywho, since you love like that, the technology and futuristic things, did you see that there's a U.S. cryonics lab currently keeping the heads and bodies of 200 people frozen with the hope to bring them back to life through advanced technology? Ooh. Did you read about that?
No, but holla at me.
Listen, it says, everyday technology advances in so many ways to make our lives more efficient and convenient, but a U.S. lab is hoping to bring your deceased loved ones amongst living through the world of technology. A national cryonics lab currently has 200 heads and bodies frozen because they're hoping that advanced technology will provide the ability to bring them back to life.
Like, so if their liver went down, people basically gonna be cars. Yo, your carburetor went, your heart. We're gonna change that out, back running again. Woo! But I mean, that's kind of what happened because they kill us. They put us to sleep.
Let me tell you how it goes.
Heart opens and everything, and then they put us back together anyway, and they actually do that anyway.
So I'm gonna tell you, there's something I want to bring up once I've finished reading the report. So this comes from The Sun. It says they're a cryonics lab in Arizona. They're currently keeping the heads of 200 people frozen in the hope that they'll someday be brought back to life. For about $200,000, the company will freeze an entire dead body.
Wow.
And for $80,000, you can have a head frozen courtesy of the cryonics process. The bodies are stored in a deep freeze temperatures for decades and sometimes even centuries.
That's where Walt Disney is at.
I know that's been a thing, right? They've been saying that. Yeah. They say they're packed in ice, frozen, and the blood is replaced by a cryoprotectant solution to stop the ice crystallization process. Alcor then preserves the bodies by gradually lowering their temperature and storing them in the large vessels of liquid nitrogen at negative 96 Celsius. However, it is important to know that procedure is best to begin the freezing process within 60 seconds of when the human dies. Okay.
You know what's crazy?
There's so much. There's so much.
You should want to die. You don't want to die so old then, because when you come back, you'll still be
wrinkled as fuck.
Yeah, you want to die like, hold on, listen, I'm at my prime right now. Hit me up now. You know what I'm saying? Then I go, because if I come back, I'm gonna be like this.
Once you come back, you start aging from when you left off.
Yeah, I guess because a 69 Buick is still a 69 Buick.
So I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know if it's the fact that I've been reading more lately or whatever, but the second I read this, I said, oh, y'all playing with God.
Y'all playing with God.
Y'all definitely.
You know what else I saw? And they all here bullshitting, talking about 2 fucking male penguins had a baby. Y'all stop this dumb shit. And they talking about the 2 male had a baby. 2 men had a baby.
Well, yes, I believe they also do those as headlines. And it is 2 men, but it's a man and a trans man.
Oh.
So that's been going on forever. It's like headlines, 2 men had a baby, one's a trans man and the other one's a real born man.
Okay.
Yeah, but this one, when I'm like, okay, you can bring a body back to life like it's a car, but where's the soul? If you are a believer, your soul goes to heaven, right? We are a vessel. We are a body. We are just material in this earth. But the person that is talking to you right now, the person you're listening to on this microphone, both of us, we have a soul inside of us, a spirit inside of us that if you truly believe in something,
the Holy Ghost,
it is of the Lord.
Amen.
We believe that when we leave this carcass, this body, we go to heaven or you go to hell.
This turn right back into dirt, man.
Dust.
You ever tried to clean dirt? This is what I want y'all to do. Put a bunch of dirt in a bucket, put Suggs and dish detergent and all that type of stuff, bleach, and put it out there and let it dry up and let's see what you get.
Dirt. So I hear you. It's more like y'all playing with God, and I understand science. We're always trying to find something new in the day and age that we're in. Technology is amazing.
Bring dinosaurs back, duh.
And I will never shit on technology, right? Because my business is technology. The way that the world has switched with COVID is technology. We're here because of it. But 1,000%, I ain't here to play with my God. So I don't know about y'all. Y'all can keep playing with that, but when I go, let me go.
I want to go to heaven anyway.
I'm so tired of this COVID. Ain't no COVID in heaven.
Yeah, ain't got time for that dumbass shit.
People don't cheat in heaven.
Huh? I ain't what you saying. Cheat on what?
Oh, now all of a sudden, if you can hear, motherfucker.
We talking about God.
Right.
This is my heaven right now. What you just now say?
He will let me beat your ass. Don't
What are you talking about now?
If you can hear. You hear me?
I thought you were talking about a test.
All right. He about to be frozen tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're gonna get this nigga frozen right here. You know what? I changed my mind. All right. Hey, you okay? All right, fine. We're gonna go into nobody's getting frozen. We're gonna go into our letters. If you would like for us to give you advice, whatever the fuck you got going on in your life, because we're great at giving advice as long as we're not going through it.
Still good. Okay.
Send us a DM. Please, actually, I lied. Don't send us a DM. I be losing them shits. Whatever she says, podcast@gmail.com. Whatever she says, podcast@gmail.com. Your letter will be read next on the show. I won't tell the name on this one, but this letter came from, I guess, as a reply or a question because of our last episode. So it says, listen, girl, I listened to your stories and podcasts and I'm so needing to sit down and talk to you. Well, this is our sit down. Hey, girl. So my soon-to-be husband, fiance, has now got a job in South Carolina. His family has also moved out there, so he wants us to buy a house over there. Still here in Orlando, but of course my 14-year-old daughter does not want to go. She wants to stay behind, so that means that her father is going to take over for the next 4 years. And he lives in Fort Lauderdale. I went through hell and back. I'm talking Lifetime movie to get it moving, to get custody of her. We both have joint custody and me having primary physical custody. Okay, I guess she went back and forth. Even though financially the best thing for me to do is move to South Carolina because my husband is going to be the one taking care of me financially and I can focus more on my career, which I want to go into real estate full-time instead of half in a 9-to-5. But I'm torn because I do not want my daughter being full-time with her father for the next 4 years. It is hard moving to a new state and kind of feeling alone to be with your partner, even though you know in your heart it's a very good man. Obviously, you understand because you're also getting married to a good one who is willing to take care of you and let you work your dreams. So, hey, you have in my life at the moment. Basically, what would you say to her from a man's perspective? And then I'll give her mine.
I think she should follow her dreams. If her daughter, now you putting your daughter out on anybody, or even the auntie, anything, that's also the other parent. I think people be forgetting that the father is a parent too. Like people really be forgetting that, and
they do.
And anytime that my son need to come with me, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's go. Like, that's, your room is already here anyway. Like, you always supposed to always have that for your kids. You know what I'm saying? That's what you strive for your kids. It's really not all about us anymore. So, you know, in this way right here, give them to his father. And you can make yourself better for her. And a lot of times people don't understand. Don't get that. You got to be first sometimes, man. You got to think about yourself, because if you ain't no good and you ain't putting yourself in position, you can't even help nobody that you can't even help yourself. So you over here all messed up and you all frustrated because you know you feel like you just now lost somebody or whatever the case may be. And you might start resenting her. You know what I'm saying? What you don't want to do. So
the daughter?
Yes. Mm-hmm. So you go ahead and get it to the father. Let's see what he got going on. You know what I'm saying? And go out there and live your life. And then you put yourself in a better position, like you soaring in your business, whatever your daughter needs. Or, you know what I'm saying? This is time. Next year, she be going to college anyway.
No, she's 14.
Oh, 14. Okay.
14. Here's the thing. 14 is a tricky age, right? They're in the thick of teenage years, right?
Yikes. Oof. That's the time she arguing with you anyway.
I think you came along during the thick of those teenage years of Ayana. And I will say this, it's not easy. If she lives with you full time and she's been going through this, you know, sometimes we have to, we're mama bears, right? So to me, it has been very, very difficult to let Ayana be in Florida while I'm in New Jersey. And we chose this together as a couple. And I knew that I was moving up here and uprooting my life and my family's life to New Jersey for Wax. Like we have no necessity to be here outside of his job. So I made the decision to let Ayana go and stay in Jersey and finish school. In Florida and finish school. So for you, I would say, if you truly feel it's the best thing for your daughter, go for it. 4 years is a very long time. What I will say to you is she doesn't need to be there for 4 years. First of all, kids make friends in 2 seconds. Mm-hmm. Literally in 2 seconds. She'll be just fucking fine with you in South Carolina. But go over there. Check it out. If I had more time here, Ayana finishes school in May, which is another thing why things are a little bit tricky with us, because she's done in May, graduates, we're done. If she was in 9th grade, I would say, you know what? I'm coming over here for a year. Let me fill it out. Let me get comfortable. And if she's coming home with me, Period, point blank. Ayana has spent her whole life with me. She would have been home already, but she finishes school in May. So what I would say to you is go to South Carolina with your husband, or your soon-to-be husband, your fiance. Set a life there. Get your home. Make it not a house, but a home. Check what the schools are. Figure that out first, and then bring her back home. Right now, let her be. Let her do what she's doing in Florida.
Yeah, when she come visit you, like you said, friends and
friends are gonna come easy. Like my baby's coming back home in May. She's coming home to annoy the fuck out of us as a teenager, right? But at the end of the day, she's coming back home to what we know, to what we're comfortable with. Like one of the reasons that I tell Wax all the time, one of the reasons why I fell in love with him so hard and over is seeing him with her when he would come to Florida. I know that he is passionate and loves my child the same way I love her, as annoying and rude as that motherfucker can be. He understands that
I'm just happy
perfect.
she's not on pills. I'm happy that she not on drugs. I'm happy she don't want to strip. I'm happy. Like, it's so many things that people are going through as a teenager. Gianna's not
any of that. And when I had the conversation where her dad's woman, it was one of those things when I talk about my kid, I cry. And I cry because she's such a great teenager, right? At the end, she's a teenager. She has emotions. Life is terrible, y'all.
I don't even know.
She calls about
herself yet.
Y'all, she works at a fast food restaurant, right? Technically. She works at a fast food restaurant right now. And she be calling us, telling us, oh my God, I am ready to quit. This person had me on the phone. Her issues in life are fucking hilarious. I'm just thinking, boy, you have no idea.
That is actually setting her up for...
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And they're real feelings.
Yeah. That's her mountain.
Yeah.
Mine might be the truck broke down. You know what I'm saying? Hers is...
I'm learning as a mom to not diminish, because I've done it before, to not diminish her feelings. What she's feeling is real. When she calls me with her high school drama and those girls are like really freaking out, I have to go back to when I was 16. Those feelings are real. It really does feel like the world is ending when your friends aren't talking to you, when you're in high school and there's drama. That feels like today not having the money to pay my bills. Literally what she's going through. So let her stay there for a year to come back to you real quick. Let her stay, set everything up here, and then just bring her back home. My baby coming back home in May, and we know what the game plan is. And make sure, like you said, if your fiance, husband loves your child the same way you do, you're in the thick of those teenage years. They're fucking assholes. They're stupid as hell. But we all went through it. And
Make sure you got a man cave.
Yes.
Make sure your man have a man cave in the yard and a dog, somebody that he could beat up, a boy dog per se. And he had a girl dog. I'm like, I can't beat you up. Like,
Wax came to me one time and he's like, Ayana is rude as fuck.
Yes, there's nothing I can do. So I need a boy dog. Come here. You see your nephew come over. We're going to the yard.
And it's not funny. But we were like, I'm literally like 4 or 5 months postpartum, going through a move. There's so many things that I'm just not paying attention to and I'm oblivious to. And he's like, Ayana's just testing, seeing how far she can go with him, right? And her frustrations as well of moving or whatever. And I'm just like, teenagers are real assholes.
Just don't even care. Just walk off. I'm like,
did you just, what? Like, she'll say certain shit to me. She'll be like, girl, and I'm like, who the fuck are you talking to? But they live literally in a different world.
You know what I say all the time? Thank God she ain't on pills. Thank God she ain't know about the overdose. Thank God she ain't out here on a strip pole or a dude sneaking nothing out of the house.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? So parents out here with teenagers is going through it like, girl, that's what you got to worry about? She talking too much?
That's it.
She be all right.
My daughter talked too much. She just talked too much.
That's where she get it from.
She talked to you.
Scratching my hat.
I hear you. All right, so let's wrap up the show with our favorite segment.
Yeah.
That is Pass the Word.
Yes. Always be expecting a blessing.
So this is our show where we go back to our roots. We had fun during the show. We, talked a little beep, laughed, a lot of beeps, had fun, but let's go back to our roots and why we're here and what our purpose is in our lives throughout the show. And that is Pass the Word. So today we're going to go over first, how do you say it in English? First Peter 3:8. So I learned church in Spanish. Sorry. Finally, all of you, be like-minded, be sympathetic, Love one another, be compassionate, and be humble.
Yes, this is sound like another form of commandments. You know what I'm saying? When I told you before, you always got to bring your keys with you. A lot of people don't bring their keys with them. They think they could go into this door and go into that door. Yeah, you might go into that door like that, but the next door, you got to have meekness. You got to be, give me another one. What
do you mean?
You have to have your keys with you. What's a couple of keys you just now said?
Humble.
You got to be humble. And I'm
compassionate.
You gotta have compassion. These type of keys that you need to go ahead and bring with you when you're trying to go into these blessings doors. They got other doors that the devil over here has for you to go in. And all you gotta do is knock. Matter of fact, the devil got the door wide open and got your thing that you entice with that's going to take you away from over there, your humbleness. Oh, you come over here, you ain't got to be humble. You know what I'm saying? But this is the wrong door to go down. Do not take the devil plans. Don't even go ahead and do his plan is not for you. When you start showing fear, you don't even realize that you're going on a fear road. Get off that fear road and go over there with God, because when you on this road right here, that key that you need for that vehicle to be able to drive straight down and get all your blessings, you have to bring all these keys with you, and people don't want to do it. They just want to take the easy way out. Oh, the devil. The devil knows exactly how to go on your vices.
The devil is a lie.
He's only here to steal, kill, and destroy. He know all your vices. He know all the things that you got going on in your mind to where you like, you know, I know that he's using his eyes because it's so close to his brain. So I'm not going to. That's how the devil gets us. That's why the Bible said, "Do not be worldly." The things that you actually see in front of your eyes is not really what it is. It's not faith. God talked to you through your heart, and that's what I said earlier. Open up your heart, let God come in, and He will save you from your sins. Because open your heart up, spill out all that bad stuff. Do something different, because now you're changing your heart. You know what I'm saying? Once you start changing your heart right now, everything will be okay. Because if I could say something to you right now and make your eyes water come out of your eyes just by words, and because it touched your heart. It could be something good or bad. It touched your heart. You know what I'm saying? That's how God, you want God to touch your heart and be able to spill out the humbleness, because that's where it's going to come from. I don't feel like it. You know what I'm saying? You know, even though sometimes you even tell me, you be like, God looking at you or something like that. And for me to say, I don't care, whatever, guess where that's going at? Well, guess what door I just went to? I went to the devil's door. Yeah. But when you tell me that God is watching you and you still, and you straighten up, let me humble myself. Let me get down on my knees and pray. Let me ask the Lord for forgiveness. When you start doing that and start bringing those keys, and next thing you know, when you start being into that, when you start doing that, the anointing stuff coming over, and now you receive the blessings that you're supposed to have because you took all the keys. And take all that in, man, and you'll be good.
There's so many times that we forget how to be humble in the midst of being upset.
Turmoil. Yes, trials and tribulations.
We go through trials and we miss so many of our tests with God, right? And we see this all the time. And it's like, when you pray for something, you're going to get not what you prayed for, but a challenge to see if you're ready for that, if you have it. Yes. So if you ask if you're like, God, give me more patience, He's going to test you with somebody testing your patience to see how patient you can be, right?
It's all just a test.
You want to be more understanding, He's going to bring you someone that's hard-headed, and they're going to like, are you patient? Are you patient? When I tell y'all, my entire life, I've been praying for patience. Since I was young, I always said, I don't have the patient chromosome. Something I learned in science. I was like, I don't have the chromosome for it. I prayed for a man of understanding, of love. Everything that I pray for in a man is wax. But the man tests my patience every day. Every day. And I have to come with humbleness. I've had to humble myself. I have to humble my pride. I've had to humble my ego. I've had to just become a humble human being to deal with this relationship. And it's because I prayed for all that. So He gave me everything I needed.
Watch what you ask.
Vice versa. He asked for a woman that was strong, not a woman that just depended on him for all these things from me. And now he's getting this and he's like, fuck. Excuse me.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
That's what I asked the Lord. I asked the Lord also to have somebody that does pass the word with me who don't just spill curses out first.
It's only the first time. Look at that. All this time. Just one time. We're getting better. So basically, He's getting tests from me as well. Like, hey, you wanted all of this? You want an empire? You want someone that really you can take there with you and not just look pretty? I'm going to look pretty while doing it. But you know what I'm saying? It's like He's being tested every day the same way I'm being tested with Him. So just know that, just come humble, know how to humble yourself, and have a tender heart. But having a tender heart can be so hard sometimes because you're upset, right? And we're human and we have human feelings, but that's when we really have to sit down. And I told him, I said, one thing that him and I are missing is to really sit down and hold hands and pray.
Yeah.
Like I
pray together, stay together.
I have a hard time praying, and it's not the first time that I've said this. I feel like I just feel stupid praying. Does that make sense? Like maybe not to you, but to some people out that are listening, I just feel like, but the words don't come out. You see the people praying in church and online. I'm like, wow, those words flow so nice, and they just sound amazing.
Get a routine.
They talk about anointing, like the words that just sound so good.
Your feelings out, just like you asked me earlier. Just be like, just tell me what you think about me. You know what I'm saying? Just like when God did so much for you, man, just like, Lord, I thank you for this. Lord, I thank you for waking me up this morning, start me in my right mind. Lord, thank you for being my light. Thank you for being my salvation. Lord, thank you for having use of my limbs. Like, thank him. That's what the prayer is all about.
And
really.
I do it all the time, but I feel, it's not ashamed. I feel embarrassed if I were to hold your hands and start praying, because what I want to pray for is discernment. What I want to pray for is for patience. What I want to pray for is for open-mindedness, to keep the evil away from us. There's so many things that I want to stay away from us. I want compassion to come from the both of us, and understanding and love. And then I just
you know what I want you to do next time?
What?
Close your eyes and keep saying that exact same thing.
No, shut up.
That's it. Like, Lord, give us strength. You know what I'm saying? To keep on going. The things that you think of, don't just let God take it from you. He's here. And
it's easier for me to say it. I don't think I'm at the space where I can literally close my eyes and do it I can do it by myself in a prayer.
Faith. And that's what it is. Just, I had to learn when I had to go up there and sing, girl. When I went up there, I literally closed my eyes and opened my mouth and let God do it.
And I would close my eyes and dance.
Remember I tell you, die daily for yourself?
I hear you. And
because you're doing it. If you totally believe that God is taking control of your mouth, Lord, please take over my mind. Lord, take over my eyes to see the things that you need me to see. Lord, take over my heart to be able to bring in all the things that you need me to spill back out. Lord, be my mouth so I can talk and say the things that's going to be right and great for you, and to be gloriful for you, so the world can know. When you saying these type of things, God is setting you up, because watch what you're saying. Because even you asking God for, I want millions of dollars and I want to do this. Boy, you ever play Monopoly? I usually have $2 in my hand.
No, I've had to. Right now, I just told Diana, I want $1 million business, right? I want to make these 6 figures, and I just made these 6 figures, and I owe the IRS $18,000.
Is pros and cons and everything?
He's like, all right, I'm giving you the money, but here's what you owe now. And I'm like, oh,
ask God.
Do I really want to make money? Because now I'm broke.
Nah, but ask God to prepare you for what you're about to receive from him. And all this is you bringing in your keys. You see what I'm saying? Bring these keys in, be humble and be meekness. And I guarantee you that God will bless you because you're using his word. And a lot of people don't understand. They scared of that word. They scared of the word. They scared of that Bible. Get in your word. That's your GPS system. You wonder why you keep hitting a brick wall, because you didn't bring that key. You keep getting to that door and like, yo, I hear my boys on the other side. They ain't designed. They're designed to fail you. God want all the glory. You can hear your boys on the other side partying, you knocking on the door, and they see you, they be like, yo, what's up? They can't help you because they're not designed to help you. They're designed to fail you so God can get the glory. God wants you to do it. So he wants you to turn around and go get your own key. You might have to go ahead and apologize to somebody to get that key. You might have to go ahead and just years ago, I remember I apologized to somebody, and one of my peoples that I wasn't able to apologize because he passed away. But I seen his kids, and I brought the kids a bunch of food and stuff like that, and they didn't know where it came from. You know what I'm saying? But God works in mysterious ways, man. Bring your keys with you, and that sometimes you got to apologize to somebody, ask for your forgiveness, and you receive that key, and you open that door up and be like, wow, that's all I had to do all this time. That was for somebody, you know what I'm saying? But let's get up out of here.
Yes, I know you have.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Amen. Thank you for that.
Thank you guys for that. And now to go ahead and end the show, just a recap. Make sure that if you are in New York City and the surrounding areas, you come on Saturday to Wax's live show in New York City. I think you guys are also streaming. Mm-hmm. If you already have a podcast, make sure you join Elite Podcast Society with our expert masterclass from Mandy B from See the Thing Is and Horrible Decisions and all the fun stuff that she does. And don't forget, right now, before you get off this podcast, go to Apple Podcasts, make sure to leave a review. That will help us keep coming back every single week. And I'll see you all next week. Goodbye.
Peace.
Wax.
What you talking about now?